So I really just like wanted to show off my scarf. Look at this, isn't this cute? Like, this title is what it is. It's not clickbait. And yeah, I finally did it. I quit my job. Before I get into this video, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you so much. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you want to know more about my journey, just explore more content, or you just can relate. Whatever it is, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get into it. It still feels a little bit outside my reality, if I'm truly honest. Like, I know I mentioned this in a couple other videos, how it was draining me, or like really honestly sucking the life and personality of who I was. But yes, I finally quit my job. And you know, I had a little bit of emotional breakdown, like after the high of like being like, whoa, I did it, this was so good, yes, finally. Like, when I got home, I immediately cried and was like, I just, you know, broke the illusion of security. And I honestly don't know why it took me so long to do this. Like, I feel like I've witnessed other people do this with way less resources, way less support, you know, but I just kind of had to go for it. I was done bringing things that no longer served me everywhere it was. Kind of like I was saying in my last video, some of the lessons that I learned this year, I'm really making it my intention to apply all of those lessons, not just now, but into the following year, and taking the actions and steps necessary to propel me to the goals that I want, even if it means being uncomfortable, even if it means being sitting in a moment of limbo and transition and uncertainty. That's what I'm willing to do. So yeah, it feels really good to finally say that I no longer have to go to that job anymore. It feels so good. And I understand, and I really truly recognize that this is a privilege, and that everyone doesn't have this privilege of being able to quit and put things down and, you know, only rely on the money they saved up, or even have the ability to save up. I'm super, super, super grateful for this opportunity and the resources and people that I have here to support me throughout this journey. But I gotta tell you, it was just time to go. I mean, it hit me more yesterday because yesterday was my official last day, and I didn't tell anyone either. I did not tell anyone at my job. I assumed that my managers would know. I mean, they did find out, but I just thought I was gonna be able to like sneak out of there, because I've been there for a while, and like, it wasn't that discreet, you know? A lot of people were very surprised after a long time that I was leaving, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, I didn't realize how bittersweet it actually was, despite, you know, the heavy feelings that I have around that job, because, excuse me, I've just outgrown the place. So despite the heaviness of, you know, not wanting to be there anymore, or just moving on, or just wanting to get out of it so badly, it was still very bittersweet. And for those of you who I did not say goodbye to, bye. You will still see me around. I'll still be there. I'll still, you know, say hi in there. But yeah, it was just time for me to go, and I feel very, very good. It's still hitting me, and I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't just all like, you know, great. I mean, it was great up until leaving my job, but I did break down emotionally, you know, not just because, oh, I'm in a world of uncertainty now, but it was such a milestone for me to really take myself outside of the familiar and the known and the comfortable, and really propel myself and to jump into something of my dreams, like to really follow my dreams. It wasn't necessarily like a bad emotional breakdown. It was more of a celebratory, you know, I finally did it. I did something I was terrified to do, leaving my security blanket, leaving everything that I know, and finally just going for it. And I don't think any of this time that I worked there was in vain. I wouldn't have learned Spanish had I not had this job as long as I did. I wouldn't have, you know, met the love of my life. There's so many things that I'm grateful for from that space, and I don't view it as such a waste. It was so formative and so impactful on my life, and I don't think I would have changed it anyway. I don't have any specific plans. I mean, I have plans, but I don't have anything concrete. And some may say that that was a little bit dumb of me to do. I don't know, but really just some of the, it's kind of like just like getting rid of things that you know no longer serve you. It's kind of like that clean out, that clean sweep. I'm kind of doing a clean sweep so that in the new year I can really become the person that I want to become and build the dream life that I want. And some of that is just chopping things out, even if it means you don't know exactly how you're going to get to what you want to do, but knowing what it takes to get there and what needs to be, you know, taken out of the formula and eliminated definitely is very helpful. So yeah, I have plans, but nothing's concrete. I don't want to be so attached or have so much attachment to like, oh, it has to go like this and I have to do this and not to be rigid and da da da. I'm kind of just taking this moment to breathe and exhale and really recenter myself, because I felt like that is something that I was lacking so much, and it was getting in the way of me, you know, really finding myself or just propelling myself to be where it is that I wanted to be. Like, my work became a way of distracting myself from what I actually truly wanted to do, or even a way of shrinking myself and sitting down on myself for, you know, years. And it was just time to go. Like, it was just time to go. And I can make a separate video on this about my true experience and how it really impacted me from the day I started, from the day I left. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I just know that every chapter has to come to an end, and this one was for the better. I really look forward to growing my channel more. This is more my full-time focus now. I can't wait to see what I can do with this, or just letting my creativity open back up, because I really feel like that job just hindered it and stopped and really put it on silent. It's like I put a muzzle on my own creativity, and it was because of that job, the exhaustion, the overextended hours, the constant rigidity of not feeling like I didn't have enough time to do what it is that I wanted to do, and the things that would help me grow and ultimately, you know, help me live a healthier, better life. I feel like I now can do and do successfully and are in my reach and in my grasp, because I left that space. And just the energetic and like emotional weight that's lifted off of me already because of me finishing out my work. I've already seen such a major difference, and it hasn't even been a week or a month. So I can only imagine how this is gonna transform my life for the better even further on. And yeah, I look forward to just getting my life back, because I didn't have a life. I didn't have a social life. I mean, it was social to an extent, but very surface and never went past a certain point. I would see people, you know, you see people every day, and you know, I may miss some of the faces that I saw for, you know, years on end, you know, but at the same time, I could not let that keep me from doing what it is that I know that I'm meant to be doing. And I really look forward to getting my creativity back, and, you know, just feeling myself out again, you know, getting my life, ultimately just getting my life back, because it was just sucking the life out of me. I'm just super, super grateful for the people that are in my corner supporting me as well, because I know how hard it is to not have that, and to, you know, the conversations being talked through it, and simply not doubting myself anymore. You know, I'm tired of the mental patterns of doubting myself and living small and playing small, and, you know, sitting on myself or telling myself that I can't do certain things, when the only thing that's stopping me is me. Like, I don't have to be bound to this one thing in my life. I don't have to chain myself to this one thing because it guarantees security, like, and, you know, familiarity and benefits, and, you know, the reassurance that you're going to be okay and build your wealth. Like, to me, that was just not the formula. I've never been a traditional person, and I guess I could say it's still scary for me. Like, I am terrified of this decision I just made, because not just because I'm leaving what's so familiar from me, but I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I didn't take the traditional route. Like, I didn't do anything. I feel like I'm truly paving the way for myself as I go, and it's terrifying, but I still feel very, very good. Yeah. And it's so crazy, because I really think about it this way. Like, I feel like my soul, like, when I first put my 2 weeks in, my mind was going crazy. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? How am I gonna keep this up? How am I gonna produce? How am I gonna create? Like, now I have to do something else. But my soul was so happy and so at ease and so grateful that I made that decision, because ultimately, when you think about your core values or who you are at your core, putting money and the illusion of security above everything else, to me, that's just not what life is about. And I don't think that's where we're meant to keep our focus. And I know capitalism keeps us there, and the system that we live in really keep us in this net and bubble that we have to force ourselves to get up and apply ourselves just to support and maintain our life. So I understand that. At the same time, I can't keep neglecting what my soul has been asking me to do for the longest time. That's all I had to say in this video. I mean, I hope that you are getting your new year started off great. I hope you're propelling your 2024. What actions are you taking to, you know, take the step forward, take the leap, make that change in your life, start the business, you know, start learning the language, you know, whatever it is. This is one of the steps that I'm doing, and it feels super duper duper good. I can't wait till you guys see more of me on my journey. Hopefully you join me on my journey. If you so, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me a lot. And until the next video, bye.